Good morning, Harrisburg High School. I'm Eli Derrick, and this is your morning news. Base goal to get 10,000 shares on Facebook. So that means everybody gets a smoothie on the 6th. In the spring and summer, the weather is nice enough to go outside and eat lunch in the courtyard. Evan brings us a fresh of breath air from the courtyard.
If you're a junior or senior, you know that HHS has a courtyard. If you didn't know that, juniors and seniors are allowed to go to the courtyard during lunch. Here's a little bit more on that.
The courtyard is a great area because you can come outside away from all the noise and get some fresh air. Mostly juniors and seniors and upperclassmen.
I mean, it's really nice that we have a courtyard because not many other schools have like an outside place to eat lunch and enjoy the weather when the weather is nice, because when it rains it kind of sucks. Well, it's nice to breathe some fresh air once in a while after a long day of studying and just inside the class, not really getting to know nature. So it's really nice outside.
I come out to the courtyard because starting last year, me and all my friends did it because I was a junior last year and it was a lot of fun doing it, although some of my friends were sophomores, which wasn't really allowed at the time.
It's nice outside. It's all out inside. You're right.
Remediation for the WISE exam will now be held on June 7th. Review sessions will be held after school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 2:45 to 3:30. Please report to room 426 or 462 immediately after getting your snacks so review sessions can begin. Seniors, just a reminder, you need to pass this test to graduate. And HHS has a lot of amazing employees. Seth Shantz is one of them. He's been teaching here for 3 years, and Hayden, Jesse, and Ryan tell us more about what he does.
Seth Shantz has been working at HHS for 3 years, but he wasn't always a teacher.
I worked as a hydrogeologist for an environmental engineering firm. We worked on mitigation sites where we were trying to repair old systems that had been heavily impacted by agriculture.
He loved his job, but he decided to make the difficult switch to teaching.
So I always had my eye towards coming back and teaching at some level, and when I found out about the Virginia Career Switcher pathway, I was fascinated, and so I went through that process. When I was going through the process, there were a lot of people that thought I was crazy, and they're probably right, but I love this. It's the most fun I have had in a career ever. I love my students. I love what I get to do every day.
Mr. Shantz sure loves his students, but his students love him even more.
I like Mr. Shantz' class because it's really nice and chill. We do projects, and I don't know, like, I like Mr. Shantz as a teacher.
Mr. Shantz has made my life better.
I just love that there are a lot of hands-on projects, and I just really look up to Mr. Shantz as a person because he's an incredible role model and just a great person in general.
I believe Mr. Seth Shantz is an exemplary role model and is somebody that I look up to in my social and educational life. Well, he does an amazing job with letting us do our own thing while keeping us under control.
You can find Mr. Shantz in room 172.
Thanks, guys, and thank you, Mr. Shantz. Another great employee we have at HHS is Mr. John Carr.
My name is John Howard Carr. I've been at HHS, this is my 5th year, but the first 4 years I worked with Young Life. This is my first full year working for the school. I run what's called the Independent Study Center, and used to be ISS and now is a lot of different things like ISS, and also a place for kids to come study and hang out, usually with a purpose, but I don't know what I do.
He's chill. He's cool.
And Mr. Carr's been a really good addition to HHS this year. He's a hilarious guy, and I think he works really well with our students. I think he's really honest with the kids, and I think he tells them what they need to hear when they go up to visit him.
Adrian! Save your lip! Get off that phone!
Just a lot of banter in the hallways, back and forth. He always seems to have a pretty good attitude, and I definitely like his HYS slogan.
I'm messing with you!
Thanks, everyone. And finally, changes are coming to HHS. Makai, Leslie, and Amira are here to tell us what those changes are.
We talked to these 5 people about changes they want to see at school. Should Lolly and Mikey tell us about advisory being useful or not?
I think advisory is useful because when we go in there, all we do is talk about the same thing in our walk most of the time.
Advisory is useful when it's used for study hall, but when we're talking about leadership, I don't think it's very useful.
Emily tells us about changes she would like to see inside classrooms.
I would like to see students, including myself, more into classwork, like doing more homework and doing more classroom in class instead of talking, listening, stuff like that. I'd like to see teachers trying to get their students engaged into classwork.
Audrey and Simon give us details on whether ELT is useful or not.
ELT is useful because I can do most of my homework at home, but then I can come to ELT and finish the rest of it without having to worry about not turning it in. And it's also a good time to do test corrections.
I believe that ELT is useful because it's a time for kids who are struggling in other classes to be able to catch up and go to that teacher to take the test or get the notes that they missed, as well as other kids who might have had a sporting event that night and didn't get home until 10 o'clock, and now they have to go home, shower, eat dinner, stuff like that, and it gives them an extra time during the day to be able to get all that other work done that they didn't get to because they were playing a sport.
For lunch today, we have chicken bar and your normal lunch items. That's what we have for you today, Blue Streaks. I'm Eli Derrick, and don't forget to buckle up.